G'day, Tragic here, and we're back in Mage. This is turn 2, and we're playing Shade the Tezla, and I made it all of about 30 seconds before I made an error, so we're going to have to rectify that right now. Basically, when I played the first turn, there was an error in the recording, because I'm not really used to recording on the computer like this. So I had to replay the turn. And when I replayed the turn, I forgot to pump March with a mana die. Now, I can't remember exactly what mana dies were available, but there's a green mana die available here. So I'm just going to use that die now and just say that I used it last turn. Ooh, nice, a gold. So that's fixed. So basically what happened was it's 1, 2, 3, 4, but I just forgot to, pump it to get the 4 movement off the dice. Anyway, so we're back here and I think it's ready to go. Okay, let's see what card we got. Oh, nice, mana pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what have you got here? We've got influence, and we've got a concentration. Okay. And okay, we're going to take the green die, the gold die, and we're going to use that to pump concentration. That gives us +2 on our next card. And then we're going to play influence, and that's going to give us 5, 6, 7 influence. And with that, we're going to buy this card here. You can see you can get it at the monastery. And this is a very, very good card for us. So we are going to buy it. Yabam! Lock that down. And we also have to drop our rep by 1. And while I was doing this, I forgot to actually give Tuvok 1 rep. I think he gets 1 rep because he killed this skeleton. So yeah, he gets 1 fame from the skeleton. Okay, so that's all correct now. Right, so let's just let's put that back in there. Come on. Gee. And that's his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this dude, let me have a look at him. He's got, oh, that's not a movement card. I always get this thing mixed up with the blue movement card. Oh no, this is horrendous. Okay, he's here. He can't attack here. He needs 3 movement to get in there because it's a forest. He's got no movement and nothing to do. So he's screwed. I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and just have to produce 3 movement by discarding these cards in a very, very sucky way. What a terrible turn. 1, 2, 3, and he moves to there. And he can take a green or a blue. So I think he's going to take a green. Yeah, bam. Okay. Now our third guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's Tuvok? Now Tuvok's here. Now I kind of want Tuvok to head in this direction. See, we basically want Tuvok and we want Bravella. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Someone let me know. But I want those guys to head into the Elementalist territories, and I want Wolfhawk and Etheria to head into the Necromancer zone. So basically, Etheria and Tuvok have kind of gone in the wrong direction. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll take him to the red zone, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will take him there. getting the red crystal might be a good idea. Now, there is a tunnel, a monster den. Now, monster dens at this stage don't give us much. They give us 2 crystals as reward, but they also give us, what's more important is that they give us fame, which allows us to level up. So it might actually be worth going in there and just making sure that Tuvok gets a level up this day. Because I have a tendency to go really slow. So what has he got? He's got 4 movement. He can get 6 movement using this sucker. Oh wait, he needs to actually have dice for it. Oh, we rolled another black. Thank you. So he's got absolutely no decent dice. He's got a blue. Okay, so he's going to go bam. Grab the blue die. And then he's going to use the blue die to take a crystal of any color. And he's going to take a green crystal. He's then going to cast concentration, which adds +2 to an effect. And then he's going to play out March. So that's 4, 5, 6. So concentration allows you to get the second part of the card for free, +2 on a number of things. So that's 4, 5, 6. So we've generated 6 movements. So we can go here, but I think we're just going to go here. So we can grab a red crystal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take the red crystal into his inventory. Just put that back. And we're done. Now, because we've got planning, we've got 2 cards in our hand, so we get an extra card. So we get the normal to 5 plus 1 to 6. Planning is probably the best card in the day cycle, in my opinion, but it can really speed things up. Sometimes, especially in the early game, it's better to not get planning because you can kind of slow down your entire turn. And finally, we have Woofy Hawky. What's he got? Oh, that's actually an excellent hand. What have you got? We've got Swift Reflexes. That's +3 attack. And another +3. We've got +6 ranged. Plus, we've got mana draw. Do we have a white mana? Yes, we've got a white mana. And we've got an attack and an attack. I really like this Wolf character. I'm going to go straight. I'm going to take on this thing. Let's do it. We should be able to do pretty well here because we've got all this ranged attack. Now, before I reveal these, let's just check out the Tezla rules. I'm pretty sure there's no real... I don't think these come in fortified. So let's have a look here. Yeah, see, it doesn't say anything. It just says to liberate a magical glaive or graveyard, you may enter its space as an action, fight both enemies. It says nothing about them being fortified. I thought they had... So, yeah, I don't think they're fortified, so we're just going to go with that. So we're going to flip them over. What have we got here? Okay, so we've got one of the little fairies. These are not particularly hard to deal with. Basically, the biggest problem with the fairy is that there's that new ability. See that little 1 on the corner there? Like next to the... I can't move the mouse while I've got this up on the screen, but basically there's a lot going on this particular one. So for starters, it's got 2 attacks, and both the attacks are cold attacks, which means you need to double block them. Basically, you need to produce 2 block to block them. They only do 1 damage, but each of them require 2 points to block. Now, if you don't do a successful block, like if you block only 1 of them or you block none of them, the elusive trait kicks in, which is the second sort of semi-transparent armor value. And then on top of that is the 1. Now what that means is whoever is the first person we attack out of these two will gain +1 armor. So in effect, this is a 3 armor creature. Meanwhile, this guy is a lot scarier. He has 6 attack, which needs 12 to block, and he's got 7 armor to kill. He's like an ice golem of some sort. Okay, he's a little bit hard. Okay, now here's the bad bit. We only have 2 armor at the moment. So that's going to produce 3 wounds. And this is going to produce 2 wounds, which would knock us out. So we're in a lot of trouble. But I think I'm just going to pause it for a sec while I think. Yeah, okay, so we can actually do this, which is pretty amazing. We're going to pull out mana draw. We're going to take the white mana. And this is going to allow us to take any die from the source and select a color except gold. Gain 2 mana tokens of that color. And then we don't rewind that. Re-roll it. And this is a great way to repurpose depleted dies. So we can take the black and turn it into a white. And we get 2 white mana. I then spend 3 to do a ranged attack of 3 versus this guy. So because he hasn't attacked, he's got elusive, plus he's the first person who is being attacked, so he gets +1. That gives him 3 armor. And this is doing ranged attack 3, so he's dead before he gets to do anything. Then this guy is going to hit us. So we take 3 wounds. 1, 2, 3. Now we need to produce 7 attack, and we can do that. So we go bam, bam. That gives us 3 attack, 3. Then we go bam, 4, 5, bam, 6, 7. Now remember, in the later editions, this card says attack 2, block 2. It's just a bad printing. It's actually attack or block, comma 2. So attack or block are both 2. So that is 4 attack plus 3 attack, 7 attack, and bam, he's dead. So we kill both of these guys. Awesome. So a whole bunch of things happen here. For starters, we've got 4 fame. So Wolfhawk goes up to 4, which means booyah, she's leveled up. Fantastic. We've also killed 2 elementalist tokens. So I'll just shuffle these. We get 2 tokens. Yeah, bam. I'll show you what they are in a sec. And, well, that's that. So this goes into the elementalist piles. And we also gain a... so if I go into here... If you defeat the last enemy, then you liberate the location, gain an artifact if it was a magical glade, and gain a spell if it's a graveyard. Mark it with your shield and gain +1 reputation. So, we gain an extra reputation, and we get to draw 2 artifacts. Technically, you do this at the end of the turn, but I like doing it straight away. And we have Book of Wisdom. Throw away an action card from your hand, gain an advanced action card from the advanced action offer to your hand of the same color as the action you threw away. Gain a mana token of any color. If played during the day, deserts have their move cost reduced to 3, and you can use black mana as if it were night. That is a fantastic card. See, Amulet of Darkness. See, both these cards are so good. Wisdom allows us to freely choose actions, okay? I mean, that's fantastic. We can get rid of junk cards in our hand, like improvisation or that crystallize. I don't like either of those cards, just for starters. Or you can chuck away a crappy move and get a much better version of move. But Amulet of Darkness is a particularly fantastic card, especially for this scenario, because you might have noticed when I was talking about the rewards, I might save I'll save a camera angle here. When I was talking about the rewards, you gain a spell at the magical glade if it's a graveyard. So basically the necromancer side, all the glades are graveyards. And instead of getting an artifact, you gain a spell. But you also gain black mana, because they work like nighttime glades, right? So you gain black mana, which means you have very powerful spells. You can do really strong spell casting if you head into the necromancer side, which is why we want Aretha to get there. So I think that's the one we're going to take after all that. Yeah, so as much as I love Book of Wisdom, I'm going to take the Amulet of Darkness. Bam. And we also gain one of these. We've got Agility, Spellforge, and Dodge Weave. I think I'm going to take Spellforge. This gives us crystals, able to quickly generate crystals. Okay, let's just clear up my board a little. And I'll shuffle this, and we get to choose a spell. Okay, so we have Taunt. Once a turn during the block phase, either reduce one attack of an enemy by 1 or increase one attack of an enemy by 2 and reduce armor of the same enemy by 2 to a minimum of 1. The armor does not happen if it doesn't attack. I think I prefer this one here. This is actually a very good one. Know your prey. Once around during combat, flip this to ignore one offensive or defensive ability of an enemy token or to remove one element of an enemy attack. Okay. Cannot be used against arcane immunity. So basically, I'll definitely be using this. This is a great way. One of the really good... I don't think this can get rid of fortification though, but it can get rid of, resistances and other such effects. And it can also get rid of things like swiftness and brutal and stuff. So we're taking that. And that is the level up process completed. Okay, and finally we'll just stick a token there. Oh yeah, and let's see what cool items we got. Heal 1 or throw away a rune card from your discard pile. Nice. Fire gem. Add the fire element to an attack or block. Okay, both those are pretty good. These can also be traded in for reputation or fame bonuses, I think they are. Okay, so that's the end of that. So she draws another one. Oh, shit. Let's draw these ones. We've got only 2 cards because we've got 3 wounds. And now we go straight to the dummy. 1, 2, 3. It's another white card, so that's another 1. Out of the way, cat. 2. Cat is right in front of my computer monitor. I can't see. Okay, so he had a terrible turn. He had an okay turn. She had a meh. But Wolfhawk had a fantastic turn. Oh, and she's liberated that mine She liberated that glade, which means it now is producing its effect, so it would also heal. See, a non-liberated mine. Let me find this. Here we are. None of the other effects of a magical glade, hidden valley, graveyard, or necropolis can be used until they have been liberated. Once liberated, they act as normal. So now that's liberated, at the end of the turn, I get to heal because it's just a normal glade now. At the end of your turn on a magical glade, you can throw away 1 rune card from your hand or discard pile. So we got rid of an extra wound. Okay. And that is the end of that. I will see you guys